On this edition of Lexington Now, Christmas at Ashland, erasing medical debt, and the big get. I'm Neil Noah, and welcome to Lexington Now for the week of November 24th, 2025. Christmas is always a charming time of year, and nowhere more so than at Ashland.
Well, this year we're doing things a little differently. Last year we had a big holiday market before the illumination here at Ashland, but this year we're starting on December 1 on Monday with opening the Christmas shop at the cottage. So the cottage, which is right near the parking lot, will be filled with all sorts of great products from local artists and craftspeople. So we're using that week leading up to December 6th when we have the illumination, which will start around 4 o'clock. We have the Kentuckians Chorus coming. We also have Santa, who will be posing for photographs with the kids and some adults, and probably a whole lot of dogs. And then we will launch our Christmas season with the full illumination of all the buildings on the property as well as some of the trees. And then that is the first night of our candlelight tours. So that'll start right after the illumination. We run it like an open house. It's on timed entry. People can go to henryclay.org to get tickets for the candlelight tours. And we're offering those on the 6th and then on the 12th and the 14th. It's a great tradition. Every year we try and do something a little different. This year the theme is Christmas through the eyes of children. So that's the first that we've actually focused on the children that lived here over the 5 generations of Clay family members. And that came about because recently a descendant gave us a whole treasure trove of artifacts that included photographs and drawings, ink drawings of the kids from the 1880s up into the 1920, 1930 period. So each room is decorated a little differently. Where we are right now focuses on the teddy bear, because a little known fact is that Theodore Roosevelt stayed here at Ashland. He was friends with Henry Clay McDowell, who was Henry's grandson-in-law, and they were members of a hunting club. And through that connection, that's how the teddy bear came about, because there was a story of Theodore Roosevelt not wanting to kill a captured bear. There's a lot of stories that we're able to tell through the lives of the kids that lived here and different ways in which Christmas was celebrated here. But also people can come and just take the regular tours, and they'll see the house decorated. It's just a little different when it's at night. It's a very sort of romantic and intimate environment at night, and it has a whole, and because it's open house, you can go through the house at your own pace versus the docent-led tours. People can always go online to henryclay.org, and they'll find information about our regular tours, the candlelight tours, and any other events that will be going on.
Council has secured a partnership to forgive medical debt for the most at-risk in our community. Here's more.
Medical debt relief in America is a huge and growing problem, and that problem is especially acute here in Kentucky, as we are one of the poorest and sickest states in the nation. Folks who carry the burden of unpaid medical debt suffer financial hardship, mental strain, poor credit scores, and worst of all, often do not seek much-needed medical care. Last year, during our fund balance discussion, I proposed $1 million towards medical debt relief for our residents, and our council approved it unanimously. Earlier this year, we went into contract with Undue Medical Debt, a national nonprofit with over a decade of experience in purchasing and abolishing unpaid medical debt. Today, I am thrilled to announce the first round of medical debt relief here in Lexington, Fayette County. In partnership with Undue Medical Debt, we have purchased and abolished $12,641,416.24 of unpaid medical debt, providing much-needed relief to 6,484 of our residents. Letters. It's a big deal. Letters will be landing in mailboxes this week informing recipients of the relief, and they will look like this. This is the real deal. It will say Undue Medical Debt, and it will say Lexington Fayette Urban County Government. Keep this letter for your records, and for more information, go to lexingtonky.gov/medical debt relief. This has been a nearly 3-year process, and I could not have done any of this alone. So I want to first thank my council colleagues for their continued and unwavering support. I want to thank Undue Medical Debt for being an amazing partner and guiding us through a pretty complex and very new process. I want to thank my legislative aide, Tori Cruz-Falk, who makes all things possible. Thank you to the CAO's office for administering the funds, and thank you to all the stakeholders, leaders, and community members we've engaged along the way, including Mark Swanson, who couldn't be here today. I want everybody to know that we are just getting started, and hopefully there will be more waves of medical debt relief to come.
This isn't just a financial policy. It's a statement of values. It's our city saying, you matter more than just your medical debt. It's saying that access to care, to health, to peace of mind should never depend on what's in your wallet. As a mental health professional, I can tell you that debt doesn't just weigh down our bank accounts, it weighs down our hearts. It feeds anxiety, depression, and hopelessness. But when we erase that burden, even partially, it creates room for recovery, both physical and emotional. On behalf of my colleagues, my patients, and the many people who will breathe easier tonight because of this announcement, thank you. You chose to make Lexington a city that doesn't just treat, but heals. Thank you.
It's time to begin after this.
Hello, I'm Lieutenant Chris Van Brackle with the Lexington Police Department Traffic Unit. Today we are talking about disability accessible parking and the aisles between those parking places. Accessible parking is a valuable and necessary resource for people with disabilities, and that includes the striped area next to accessible parking spots. These are access aisles, and it is illegal to park here, even if you have an accessible parking permit. Police and Lex Park will write tickets when they see vehicles parked in an access aisle or parked in an accessible space without a placard, and the fine is $250. Know where and where not to park. Keep the access aisles clear. Thank you, and drive safe.
Welcome back to Lexington Now. Lexington's Big Give is looking to help end hunger in the city, and it is simple to help.
Just 1 week ago, during one of my regular leadership meetings with my commissioners, Casey Allen Bryant, Commissioner of Social Services, shared concerns raised by Family Care Center families and staff about the limits of food assistance programs. As we talked, the idea of organizing a citywide effort to support these families and others began to take shape. Since then, we have been working diligently, adding partners across our community to bring Lexington's Big Give to life. As mayor, I naturally want to ensure the programs and facilities our city runs are supported, that those who rely on them receive the services they need. That's why our initial focus was getting nutritious food to the families served by the Family Care Center. However, I recognize that many other families all across our community need our help. There are many families who need food assistance, and we need to pitch in.
Today, we're not just collecting food, we're collecting hope. Each can, each box, each donation you see here represents compassion in action. For a family facing tough times, a bag of groceries means more than just a meal. It means relief. It means comfort. It means knowing that their community sees them and cares. That's what Lexington's Big Give is all about. Neighbors helping neighbors, coming together to make sure no one in our city has to go hungry. Initiatives like this one directly support our local programs, including the Family Care Center, which provides education, childcare, and vital resources to help parents and families thrive. As I walked through the Family Care Center's halls on Friday, I thought about the potential 50 to 60% of the center's family who already need extra support accessing food. We anticipate that number rising. And I think also about the relief that the donations collected during Lexington's Big Give will give them. This initiative will also reach seniors living with food insecurity, older adults who often lived on fixed income and face tough decisions every day. We see many of these vulnerable adults utilize the Lexington Senior Center and satellite centers for precious meals and commodities. Thanks to donations like what we will gather over the next month, more seniors across Lexington will have access to groceries, fresh produce, and shelf-stable items that help them stay healthy, independent, and cared for.
At God's Pantry Food Bank, our mission is simple but powerful: a nourished life for every Kentuckian. That vision has guided our work since 1955, when our founder, Mem Hunt, began filling her station wagon with food, clothing, and bedding to help neighbors in need. We are hearing from families who have never needed help before, parents who are skipping meals so their children can eat, seniors who are stretching every dollar, and workers who are suddenly without a paycheck due to the government shutdown. The uncertainty is real, and the fear is growing. For many, the question isn't what's for dinner, it's will there be dinner at all? But in the face of these challenges, we see something powerful. Community, volunteers, donors, and partners are coming together to make sure no one goes hungry. We are inspired by the generosity and compassion we see every day. That's why Lexington's Big Give is so important. It's a chance for all of us to come together to give big, to care big, and to make a big difference. Whether you donate food or make a financial gift, your support helps us provide meals, hope, and stability to our neighbors.
Starting today, November 3rd, and running until December 2nd, Lexington's Big Give will be collecting shelf-stable food. We all know what that is, things that don't go bad because they're packaged, cans and other ways. We have nearly 40 donation sites across Fayette County. Look for barrels and collection boxes at every fire station, police headquarters, and all roll call centers, God's Pantry Food Bank locations, the Lexington Senior Center, the Family Care Center, the Government Center here and at the Phoenix Building, the Fayette County Sheriff's Office, and the Fayette County Clerk's Office. We have a full list of all locations, including an online interactive map and a link to support financially God's Pantry, and you can all find them on our city's website, lexingtonky.gov.
Eric Howard brings us a look at this weekend's events.
Hey Lexington, I'm Eric in Human Resources, and here's some upcoming events this weekend in Lexington and Fayette County. An Indigenous History Walk on Saturday. Enjoy a self-guided walk around the paved trail at McConnell Springs while learning about the earliest inhabitants and stewards of the land. Information panels will be on display from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. In the event of inclement weather, the panels will be displayed electronically in the Education Center. On Saturday at 10 a.m., It's Junior Explorers, Animals in Winter, from hibernation to plumation to food catching. Join us to learn about what animals at Raven Run, Kentucky do during weather. The program is for children in K through 5th grade. Registration is required. Please register all adults and children attending. All children must be accompanied by an adult. I'm Eric, and that's just some of the things going on this weekend in Lexington and Fayette County. For more events and more information, be sure to visit lexingtonky.gov and click the calendar tab at the top. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Be sure to check out the Technical Review Committee with our live coverage this week. That's all for now, but as always, you can keep up with us on social media, check out the latest traffic updates on XLXREX, or catch our live traffic cams on lexingtonky.gov. For all of us at Lex TV, have a happy Thanksgiving. I'm Neil Noah, and that's it.